Have you ever noticed how some men seem to have all the attention without even trying? Women can't help but be drawn to them, and it has nothing to do with how much money they have, how good-looking they are, or even the clever lines they drop. No, the real secret is in something much deeper. It's in the way they carry themselves, their confidence, their energy, their ability to command a room without saying a word. When you truly understand this powerful, yet subtle principle, it shifts everything. It's not about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about owning who you are and radiating a presence that's undeniable. This is the kind of attraction that lasts, and once you tap into it, women won't be able to resist you. Imagine walking into any room and knowing that all eyes are on you. Intrigued? Let's dive in and discover how you can harness this magnetic power. The truth is, women are highly attuned to energy. They pick up on it before anything else. If a man is anxious, constantly seeking validation, or desperate for attention, it's obvious. His energy speaks louder than words, and it's not something that draws people in. But when a man remains composed, when he stays grounded no matter what life throws his way, something powerful happens. His calmness becomes magnetic. It sparks an undeniable curiosity. Women start to wonder, why isn't he reacting like everyone else? What's behind that calm, unshakable confidence? That sense of mystery, that quiet strength, makes you unforgettable. It's the kind of energy that draws people in without you even trying, and it's exactly what sets you apart in a world full of chaos. So, how do you embody this kind of energy? Let's break it down. This is where the power of Stoicism truly shines. Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions or coming across as cold and detached. It's about mastering yourself. It's the ability to experience anger but not let it cloud your judgment, to feel nervous but not let it show, to feel desire but never fall into desperation. A man who can navigate these emotions with grace speaks volumes without ever saying a word. That quiet strength, that inner control, is incredibly magnetic. It's a sign of maturity, confidence, and emotional resilience. Women can't help but be drawn to someone who holds it all together under pressure, who remains calm even when the world around him is falling apart. Want to know the secret to embodying this unshakable calm? It's actually simpler than you thought. Think about it for a moment. So many men are out there chasing women, constantly seeking their attention, losing themselves in the process. They try too hard, hoping it will make a difference. But here's the game changer. When you stop trying to prove yourself, when you find peace within yourself, everything shifts. Instead of you running after her, she starts wondering about you. She becomes intrigued by your calm, your confidence, your ability to remain unshaken. She starts asking herself, why is he different? Why isn't he reacting like the others? What's so special about him? And just like that, the dynamic flips. Without even trying, you start pulling her in. This subtle shift in energy is exactly what makes you irresistible. If you're finding value, hit like and subscribe so other men can discover this epic Stoic truth. Let's continue. Women are instinctively drawn to stability. It's not the flashy things, the designer clothes, or the expensive gifts that truly capture their attention. It's how you handle life's chaos. When everything around you is falling apart and yet you stay calm and composed. When you don't lose your head even when things go wrong, that's when you become someone they can rely on. The ability to remain centered, no matter what's happening around you, creates a powerful sense of safety. It's the kind of presence that makes them feel protected, grounded, and at peace. That unshakable calm is more alluring than anything you could buy, wear, or say. Here's the truth that so many men fail to realize, and it's a game changer when you grasp it. True attraction doesn't come from doing more. It's not about going the extra mile, being overly eager, or constantly seeking approval. In fact, real attraction comes from needing less. The less you feel the need to impress, the more impressive you actually become. It's counterintuitive but incredibly powerful. When you stop scrambling for attention or constantly performing for others, you suddenly become someone people want to be around because you're not chasing their validation. You're already whole, already confident, and you don't need anyone's approval to feel worthy. That energy? It's magnetic. Think about it. When you don't seek constant validation, when you're not desperate for someone to notice you, your attention becomes precious. Your presence becomes something people value. When you stop chasing, you put yourself in a position of power, because now, it's you they have to work to get noticed by. It's human nature. People are naturally drawn to those who aren't desperate, who don't need to prove themselves. It's a subtle shift in energy that instantly makes you more desirable, and it's a principle rooted in psychology that has stood the test of time. The more you embrace this, the more effortless your attraction becomes. It's like you're playing a different game, one where you're not running after anyone or anything, yet you're always in control. You're the one they're looking for. So, what does all of this truly look like in your everyday life? How do you bring these powerful qualities into action consistently? It starts with listening more than talking. In a world where everyone is desperate to share their opinions, real strength comes in your ability to listen. It's not just about hearing the words, it's about truly understanding and empathizing with what's being said. When you listen intently without rushing to speak, you show that you value others. People will feel seen, heard, and appreciated, and that's what builds strong, genuine connections. This isn't about silence, it's about giving your full presence to others and letting them know their voice matters. It also means taking a moment to pause before you respond, rather than jumping in immediately with a reaction. In a world full of instant reactions and knee-jerk responses, taking that brief pause to think before you speak is powerful. It shows control, thoughtfulness, and the ability to manage your emotions. This small act of restraint can completely change the outcome of a conversation. It lets you respond with purpose, not just out of habit or impulse. And when you do that, people will notice the depth and thoughtfulness behind your words. Carrying yourself with patience, calmness, and self-respect is another vital aspect. Life throws challenges at all of us, and chaos is inevitable. But how you navigate through it reveals your strength. When you maintain your composure, even in stressful situations, it speaks to an inner strength that others can't help but admire. It's not about being unshakable all the time, it's about handling pressure with dignity and respect for yourself. People are drawn to those who stay calm under fire, who can keep their head when everything else is falling apart. Your quiet strength becomes a beacon for others. And perhaps most importantly, it means living by your own values, staying true to who you are, regardless of what others think or expect from you. In a world that constantly pressures us to conform, there's true power in standing firm in your beliefs. When you live authentically, without changing who you are to fit in or please anyone, you attract people who value you for you. You don't have to pretend to be someone else because your true self is enough. That's what creates an undeniable, magnetic energy that women can feel without you having to say a single word. It's the quiet strength, the kind that doesn't need to be broadcasted, but simply radiates from within. At the end of the day, you don't need gimmicks or cheesy lines to get noticed. You don't need to pretend to be someone you're not. The only thing you need to focus on is mastering yourself. When you take control of your mind, your emotions, and your presence, you become someone who is rare in today's world. Calm, centered, and unshaken. In a world filled with chaos, noise, and insecurity, this type of man stands out. If this message struck something in you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Stoic insights from Become Stoic. Click on the next video showing up on your screen right now to become the man who attracts women and not the one that chases them.